Well, we know the bare knuckle brawlers are in the War Chamber, and now it's time to find out who joins them. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the defending War Games winners, the Old Guard, take on the very talented and dangerous Bladerunners XX.
This next match of the evening is set for one fall. It is the second War Games Tournament semi-final match. Introducing first, fighting out of TCW strengths, the team of Rocky Blade, Darren Tate, and Dwayne Matthews. They are the Old Guard.
Now, you know my opinion of the Old Guard. If you saw Homecoming, ladies and gentlemen, I really hate the fact that Rocky Blade faked his retirement just to get a sneak attack on the world champion BB Disco. But you know why he did it? You know why the Old Guard are here. They want to repeat as the War Games winners. They want to be the first ever two-time winners. And, ladies and gentlemen, most importantly, Rocky Blade wants to be the MVP so he can get a showdown with BB Disco. But they're going to have some stiff competition between the War Chamber, and then, as up next, they're facing this dangerous team right here.
And their opponents, representing WEDF NXT and Pro Wrestling Olympus, the team of Gage Grayson, Tyler King, and John Blackrose. They are the Bladerunners XX.
Now, Gage Grayson and Tyler King have recently added to their ongoing repertoire of tag team championships with the WEDF NXT Tag Team Championships at Arrival. And they're joined by John Blackrose, who is a world championship athlete. Everywhere, almost everywhere John Blackrose has been, he's been the world champion, or he's been involved in big main events. The Blade Runners specialize in a divide and conquer strategy, and with talent like John Blackrose's, we got to see if the Old Guard is ready for it. As Gage Grayson takes down the big man Dwayne Matthews with a hard super kick, and now Gage Grayson trying for something there, but Dwayne Matthews overpowering the Vancouver prospect and throwing him into the corner. My God, you see the strength on display from Dwayne Matthews, and how the thud you heard in the mat, just ugly STO you saw there. But Gage Grayson following up with some impressive strength of his own, taking the big man off his vertical base with a drop kick. Now Gage Grayson, you see, with the bow and arrow submission, using the ropes for extra torque. Gage Grayson standing up. Dwayne Matthews trying the waist lock there, but nothing going. Dwayne Matthews now with one of his own, turn him over to the front neck lock, but Gage Grayson using some finesse to get out of harm's way. As there you see the double palm strike, it looks like. I don't know if there were forearms or elbow drops. Either way it goes. The axe handle. There we go. That's the term I'm looking for. The axe handle to the back, but Dwayne Matthews looks unfazed by it as he continues to use his raw strength and power. Now you see the tag, or not even a tag, excuse me, but it is a very nice tag maneuver you saw from Rocky Blade. Tag wasn't made, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean to confuse anybody out there, but I would like to point out how that was impressive by the Old Guard there. But Gage Grayson continues to fight out. Now Gage gets the tag after a hard shot that stunned Dwayne Matthews for one moment. And now the tag's made. The veterans are in as Rocky Blade misses wild with a lariat. Blackrose was able to bring him down with the drop toe hold, and now the belly-to-belly suplex. The Canadian veteran John Blackrose now mixing it up with a man who many people would consider to be the Terradome equivalent of Michael Jordan, Rocky Blade. I mean, it's no question about it. Love or hate Rocky Blade, the man is probably the most accomplished star in TCW asterisk. He is arguably the greatest of all time. But there you saw John Blackrose. I don't know exactly what happened there, but Blackrose countered whatever he had coming his way. It looked like he countered into an STO when he tried a choke slam there. Either way, beautifully done from John Blackrose as Blackrose continues to fight back against Rocky Blade. Side headlock there, but Blade using his impressive strength to fight out of whatever John Blackrose had planned there. Now you see the wrist lock from Rocky Blade. Rocky Blade showing off the pedigree, having something planned here, but no, just simply letting John Blackrose go. Blackrose trying to strike, but nothing there. As now Blade showing off the power with the strike, but nothing there. Blade continuing to show off the strength, and Rocky Blade continuing to stay one step ahead of John Blackrose with the fast press. Kick to the gut there as Blade tried to set up for something there, but Blackrose was quick to react. There you see the knee again, trying to lariat, nothing there. John Blackrose using his finesse and speed to get out of the way and take advantage of an aggressive Rocky Blade. Elbow drop there from John Blackrose. Now you see the Irish whip counter from Rocky Blade, and Rocky Blade once again showing off the strength with the spine buster, and the tag is made now to Darren Tate. Darren Tate, the final Empire champion in history, a 4-time tag team champion. Tag was made to Tyler King. Both of these men standing in the ring, highly underrated everywhere they've been, especially in the case of Tyler King as he gets the Irish whip, and there you see the big back body drop. Tyler King, surprisingly a former world's champion with new NAW, multiple-time tag team champion with Gage Grayson, and as the Blade Runners stand as a unit. Gage Grayson might get all the shine and the attention with his ego and his mouth, but Tyler King, if you look at the Blade Runners, wait a minute, Darren Tate with the German suplex, turning Tyler King inside out. But as I was saying, with Tyler King quickly able to get back on his feet and win the test of strength there, Tyler King is the machine, the heart that keeps the Blade Runners going and legitimizes them as the tag is now made to Gage Grayson. And you see what I'm talking about as the chin lock with the kick. Ouch! Beautiful combination of strength and speed from the Blade Runners. Very well executed as Gage Grayson. The Blade Runners like to employ a blitzkrieg style in matches, but nothing there as Darren Tate was able to fight his way out of the corner. And now Gage Grayson looks like he's going for the Oath Keeper here. He's got him set up, lifted up. No! Darren Tate rolls out with a Tornado DDT. Darren Tate now with the leg drop. Beautifully scouted. You see what I'm talking about. Darren Tate was able to fight his way out of harm's way, and there's a Murder City Slam! This could already be over. Darren Tate could have this as Rocky Blade has cleared house into the cover. One, no! The Blade Runners quickly there, although Rocky Blade, it took too long. Wait a minute! Gage Grayson with the hot tag. Darren Tate not knowing what to do. Ducks underneath the punch. Darren Tate using advantage of the wild miss to get the tag to the big man, Dwayne Matthews. Now Matthews following up with the big backdrop suplex. You see what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Just absolutely rope-a-dope. Tyler King took advantage of his momentum to finally get the tag, and now you see why it backfired. Dwayne Matthews absolutely going to town, using his raw strength and power to just dazzle Tyler King. But Tyler King using some finesse, some athleticism, some speed to get out of harm's way with that monkey flip, pulling him away from the old guard's corner into the cover. Not even a 1 count on the big man. I mean, this is a man who stood toe-to-toe with Battle Pro's Gorilla Black almost last year, ladies and gentlemen. And there you see the monkey flip from Tyler King again, but Dwayne Matthews again using the raw strength to fight out. Irish whip into the corner. Tag is made to Dwayne Matthews. Wait a minute! The status quo! what they call that Samoan drop net breaker combination. They finally came up with a name for it, into the cover too, but Tyler King at 2.5 able to get the shoulder up, and Rocky Blade disapproves. You saw Rocky Blade yelling at the referee, calling shenanigans, but nothing there, as Darren Tate, now the legal man, was able to get the German suplex. Quick tag made back to Dwayne Matthews. The risk did not pay off. They hit the status quo and got all of it, but Tyler King, using some resilience, able to get his shoulder up. Now Dwayne Matthews trying to use some strength, but Tyler King with the STO counter. Beautifully done. Now Tyler King with the arm of Dwayne Matthews ties him up. There's a hammerlock camel clutch going on, but both members of the Old Guard are in to make the save. And Tyler King had great position, don't get me wrong, but it was an even greater reaction from the Old Guard. Tyler King mixing it up with Rocky Blade, but he's not the legal man here. Dwayne Matthews is deciding he's going to take a break while this is going on. The Old Guard discussing strategy. Blackrose was tagged in, it looks like, but there you see the back suplex onto John Blackrose. And Dwayne Matthews looking like he has him right where he goes, but no. Dwayne Matthews trying to fight out whatever Blackrose had planned there. The Old Guard working together. Now you see, no! John Blackrose, you're in enemy territory, and you know it. John Blackrose is trying to fight aggressively out of this rock in a hard place. He's stuck between, and there you see the uppercut. John Blackrose with the strike to the back. Blackrose with the waistlock. No! Dwayne Matthews using his raw strength to fight out Blackrose, getting some finesse, but no! Dwayne Matthews using the strength again with the hip toss into the cover, but the Blade Runners are right there, but it still doesn't matter. You see the trust the Blade Runners had. The veteran presence of John Blackrose lends a lot of cadence for both Gage Grayson and Tyler King as the tag was made to Darren Tate. Blackrose fighting off Darren Tate. Now Blackrose with a belly-to-belly suplex with authority. Darren Tate looks like he didn't know what to think about that one, but the Old Guard had Blackrose stuck in the corner. Now the tag made once again to Dwayne Matthews. Rocky Blade letting the tag team go to work, and they're stepping up to the task, as you see, with the double back suplex off the top rope. Beautifully done, but John Blackrose not letting it affect him too much. He knows he can't. Blackrose now on the apron, dancing at death's edge here, but Blackrose is able to fight off the big man. Blackrose trying again, no. Dwayne Matthews with the shot to the back. Tag made once again to Darren Tate. Blackrose is feeling the effects of the match. Darren Tate now trying to clear the Blade Runners. Excuse me, I was about to call them the Black Runners. Either way, Darren Tate able to fight off Tyler King and get the German suplex. Darren Tate, a risky gamble, but somehow it paid off with nice heads-up thinking and great moves. But John Blackrose showing the gamble wasn't worth it in the long run, as he was able to get the shoulder block down, taking advantage of all the energy that Darren Tate had expended. And now Blackrose gets the tag over to Gage Grayson, who takes advantage with the running elbow, while Darren Tate taking too long to think of his next move. Into the cover. One. No. Not like it mattered. Gage Grayson had the shoulder up, but the Blade Runners were there to break it up. And now Gage Grayson taking advantage of the distraction from Dwayne Matthews to go. Wait a minute. Gage Grayson chasing after Darren Tate. Darren Tate tried to get a tag over to Rocky Blade, but now, no. Again, there you see the Old Guard, Gage Grayson, getting over-aggressive, and Darren Tate making him pay for it into the cover. One, no. Gage Grayson able to get the shoulder up. Things are quickly breaking down. The referee's having a hard time keeping this match underway, as Darren Tate was able to get the back suplex on John Blackrose. I thought it was Tyler King earlier. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. John Blackrose now fighting over on Dwayne Matthews, and there you see the running senton from Gage Grayson. It's hard to keep up with everything going on. Into the cover, 1, 2, but Rocky Blade quickly able to make the save. Gage Grayson trying to set up for something big, but Rocky Blade putting him on the ropes. Gage Grayson launching Darren Tate to the outside. Gage Grayson trying to get the tag to Tyler King, and he does. Darren Tate still in the match as now Tyler King enters the ring. The fresh man trying to get this done. Darren Tate now throwing him over into the corner. Darren Tate gets the tag to Dwayne Matthews. Now Dwayne Matthews, the big man, re-enters the match with the hard lariat. Darren Tate using his own power to make Dwayne Matthews come crashing into Tyler King like a freight train. And Dwayne Matthews had great position on that hammerlock camel clutch. But like earlier with Tyler King, the Bladerunners were able to get the break. Wait a minute! Tyler King, though, using that MMA expertise with the Kimura and the old guard. If they had been 1 or 2 seconds later, Dwayne Matthews may have lost an arm. Wait a minute. Matthews going for something here. Nothing as Tyler King counters. King's got him up for the throw by Rocky Blade with the chop block counter. Beautifully done. Gage Grayson taking advantage, now sending Rocky Blade to the outside. The Bladerunners on this divide and conquer strategy, but the old guard have the advantage. Dwayne Matthews has him up. There's Darren Tate. Status quo! The status quo hits as Rocky Blade still has Gage Grayson on the outside. Darren Tate trying after Blackrose. Blackrose is going after Tate, but in the ring, 2, 3, Dwayne Matthews takes advantage.
Here are your winners, advancing to the War Games final, the Old Guard.
The Old Guard earned this victory here. What a match. They took advantage of the Bladerunners. This is the risk of the divide and conquer strategy. If you don't know what your opponents are doing and you guess wrong, you fall victim to something like this. Old Guard are going to the War Chamber. They're alive and well in the War Game final. They could be the first ever repeat winners, but we won't know until later tonight.